The Sims 4 has a werewolf pack. Let's talk about that. Now I know I'm a bit late to this video, but I've had other little headaches to get past before I actually had time to make it. But I've finally played, or started playing with the Werewolf game pack, and I'm here to take you guys on this journey with me. I was honestly so excited to hear the announcement of this game pack, and on the day it came out, I actually bought it. No sales or anything, just full market value. I've only ever paid full price for 2 packs. The other one was Realm of Magic because I'm a sucker for mysticism. Back to the premise of this video, as I've described earlier, I didn't have time to do everything, so I'm just taking y'all through what I've done thus far. So I start my day getting up and out of bed, going straight for the mirror to update my wardrobe. Man, these clothes look like they've been through some things. These look so good, but why are they so baggy? After sifting through the CAS items for a few minutes, I found a combo I liked and marched myself downstairs for a full English. And by that, I just mean I had eggs and toast. There's no such thing as a full English breakfast in The Sims, bizarrely enough. After breakfast, I called Sims Uber and stepped outside, ready to explore the new town and get myself turned so I can explore this pack thoroughly. By the way, yes, I live in the Sanctum Sanctorum. Where else would you think I'd take up residence? Moonwood Mill is about to come down with a serious case of me. Is this really all there is? Now, a few minutes later, knowing what I do now, it turns out this town is actually bigger than it looks from the menu screen, and I actually got lost a few times, and that's mostly because I like playing in first-person view. Cool idea to consider if playing The Sims 4 normally is getting stale on you. And come to think of the other 2 Supernatural pack lots, it's actually a little bigger in comparison, so there's that. The place I landed first was Grimtooth Bar and Bunker, since it's bigger and the more fun-looking community lot. I just go right in, grab the attention of the first stranger I see, and ask, "What do you know about werewolves?" She actually doesn't think these questions are weird or out of place at all. She told me while she isn't a werewolf herself, the Collective are a friendly group of werewolves that have no problem helping people who need it. And they've been good friends to her, but the Wildfangs are more into helping each other exclusively. Which I shortly after found out those are the 2 packs that inhabit this town. In comes Rory, who I saw in the trailer and know for sure she's a werewolf. And she's actually pretty cool. First person I ever fancied was called Rory. Actually, she was called Nina. If you don't get this reference, I am so sorry. So I strike up a conversation with her, mostly just small talk before she walks away. After all of that, I just decided to get up and do some wandering around before I got hopelessly lost, struggling to find other Sims stuck in these vast woods with nary a sliver of civilization inside. Oh hey, I'm back where I started. Come to find out that the Wildfang hideout was right next to the bar lot the whole freaking time. In my defense, the lot is so secluded they won't even let the player select it in the world menu. I have never seen lore break the 4th wall like this in The Sims before. That's actually genius. Having lots like that actually encourage you to walk around and freely explore and get yourself lost for several minutes trying to find another werewolf to talk to. Looking at the map from an aerial view, I finally find someone, and it turns out to just be Rory again, who I'm happy to see again. I was just hoping to see other people, like meet this collective that lady with the Stetson was telling me about. But this is still fine. I catch her while she's fire dancing, which is the coolest feature The Sims has added to the game. So I try it out myself to prove to Rory that I'm alpha male material. If this doesn't convince her, my podcast certainly will.
As bitches do you know they're hanging out with millionaires that don't do shit.
Podcast it is then. My sim starts to feel uncomfortable because it's the middle of summer, so I change into hot weather clothes hoping that'll beat the heat. But I soon realize that I'm not getting anywhere tonight, so I just return home, try out a change of clothes, and try again tomorrow, and hopefully find other werewolves. I return to the Wildfang hideout and see Rory again, but something's different about her this time. I think she got a haircut. Enough of the small talk, let's get right down to the nitty-gritty. Excuse me. You can't be a werewolf and a sorcerer at the same time? Well, ain't that a blip. Excuse me while I just cheat myself human. No other context would that sentence work. Take 2! And she just ignored me. Which is fair, the Sims 4 stream did say that some of the werewolves just want nothing to do with humans and are less likely to interact with them. So I walk around a bit, try to explore a little more because it's daylight out. Easier to see, so why not? I find this bunker-looking spot with a wolf on the door, so naturally I try to go in, but the door clearly says werewolves only. At this point, I knew what my next mission objective was, so I rush back to the Wildfang's domain and wait a little bit for another wolf to jaunt over, and I wasn't disappointed. I zapped myself away immediately for some reason, which I shouldn't have been able to do because I turned autonomy off for my Sims, so that was weird. This dude looked like an AC/DC fan, so I knew we were gonna hit it off great. So I talked with this guy for a few minutes and we seemed to get along pretty well, even though my Sim is a bigot against werewolves for some reason. I'm dissociating myself from my Sim now. I have no idea who that is anymore. That's not me. But I've managed to befriend him enough that he shared some sensitive information with me. He says that he's really turned off by the Moonwood Collective's strict desire to walk on eggshells around non-werewolves because they don't want to offend or scare them, which is why he joined the Wildfang Pack, where he can be his authentic self and as freely as he wants to. Good for you, dude. Live your truth and all that jazz. I continue to smooth talk my way into being friends with him, only to discover he doesn't have the ability to turn anyone. Back to asking Rory. Rory doesn't know you well enough to turn you. Try befriending her first. You are testing me, game! So I proceed to butter her up a bit more, try to raise that friendship bar a bit further, maybe ask her about her pack experiences? Fine. I'll admit sometimes it can be a bit much when, oh, we're getting a bit more lore. So the rage thing is a regular thing here. But I gotta say, something kinda surprisingly tasty about certain kinds of wood. Oh shit, my jokes need to be rated PG. Rory is a chinchilla. Confirmed. UI cheats to the rescue, because my attention span is not my friend today. Are we friends enough now, Rory? Oh, something's happening. We lost friendship points. Is this important? Boże moi, it's happening. It's done! So now we play the waiting game. At home, because I really need air conditioning. I'm not a sorcerer anymore though, so am I still allowed in the Sanctum Sanctorum? It's fine. There's werewolf gargoyles on the building. I'm meant to be here. At this point, all I can do is hope I don't destroy too much stuff when I go into rage mode. Oh right, my Sim is now in the insatiable hunger stage. So I head downstairs to make multiple servings of garlic noodles, but for some strange reason my Sim kept the teleport ability after the humanization sheet. So that's annoying, but I'll fix it later. After I finish my meal, I just decide to return to Moonwood Mill, cause it's really not worth trashing my sanctum over. I'd much rather terrorize people and embarrass the living daylights out of myself rather than destroy a building that has no feelings and can't possibly destroy my reputation with. I'm a really good decision maker. I get to the bar to converse with the Stetson girl I was talking to earlier when I first arrived here, but whoops, too late for that. I'm finally transforming. What the heckala hecklington is that? Sims, you do realize my hair is brown, right? Sims, hello? Well, that's easy. I can just fix it in CAS. Or not. I literally can't do anything except terrorize people. Hold on, let me turn on my Sim's autonomy. If I'm forced to do crazy shit, I don't want to ruin it with what little dignity I have left, both in-game and out. I run into Lou Howell again. Yes, Howell. How original. Anyway, I snarl at him, then trash the sitting area near the bar, and then teleport to the bunker, barge my way in, scare the living daylights out of who I can only assume is one of the collective members, and then just stand there, awkwardly. And then the other guy is like, cool chatting with you, man, and then he just casually walks out like nothing happened, as if he was a guest star on WandaVision. And I'm just stuck there, doing a whole lot of nothing. My whim says my Sim wants to take a cold shower to cool his rage, but I literally can't. This rage function has severed my control over my own Sim. Would be fun if he would just... oh, there he goes. Oh, I'm harassing Lou again. Am I gonna maul him? Nope, I just zap myself to the surface. This teleport function is ruining a lot of stuff. Why the fuck didn't I turn it off before getting rid of my magic? Now I just left without myself.
A few inches later.
Where in the world is Carmen? San Diego. Oh my god, finally.
Where have you been, mister?
I'm back, and I'm naked. Why am I naked? Did I go to church or something?
Doctor, why are you naked?
Because I'm going to church.
Right, first thing I'm doing is fixing my werewolf form. That was not okay. So I end up looking through all sorts of combinations and customizations, and I found one I was reasonably happy with. Added clothes, changed the eyes, linked my wolf form with my human form, and elected to move on from there. Then I noticed I had points to spend. That was a thing I forgot about. There are 5 basic selections you can spend your points in at the start of your adventure as a furry. I mean, werewolf. Ferocity increases your intimidation factor, and it can be used for mugging, apparently. Wolf nap. You can sleep anywhere you want, no beds required, and you also curl up in a ball. So cute. I call it the nap nugget. Territory marking. This one's self-explanatory. You just lift your leg and let it out anywhere you want. Moving right along, scavenger. This one's useful for digging stuff up basically anywhere you want. No need for shovels or designated dig spots, depending on your luck. Personal grooming. As it suggests, you basically clean yourself anywhere. Will earn you some questionable looks in public though. These are the 3 I went with, particularly since the other 2 weren't really necessary since I turned down the decay on my Sims needs. Don't judge me, I wouldn't get anything done otherwise. And that was day 1 of my experience with this new game pack. Looks like this'll be fun to explore to the fullest, and I can't wait to continue this saga. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.